Hello. So a little explanation about what has transpired over the last 2 days. As you know from my last video, I stayed an unexpected and unplanned stay at Hemlock Hollow Hostel because my knee got really bad, swollen up. Spent 3 days there, icing, heating, stretching, getting the knee to not be as swollen as it was. The swelling did go down. So the swelling went down. Still was a little bit painful to move, and every impact I kind of felt a little sharp pain. But the swelling went down. Still had a little bit of tightness. So the next day, this day that this video is about, I decided to only do a 6-mile walk from where I got dropped off at Devil's Fork Gap and to the first shelter. And that 6 miles was painful. That's why it's such a short video. Really didn't take any video much or pictures, or some of some cool views and whatnot, but it was a painful walk and it took me forever. I mean, it was like 1 mile an hour for about 5 hours, so a little less than a mile. But anyway, rambling. So it was really painful. It took forever. So I stopped at that shelter. I didn't go any further. Kind of had to evaluate what I was doing. And then so I decided to have a 0 day at the shelter and not do any hiking the next day and let it rest a little bit. Didn't swell back up. It just hurt. Took me forever to walk because it was real tender, real painful. So I did 0, and then I decided to the next day I had a 2.1 to get to the nearest place I could bail off the trail and get off the trail and get picked up and go somewhere. So I did that 2.1 the next day, and it was painful. It was more so just from the impact, and there was a lot of descent, and it was hurting pretty bad. And I just knew I needed to take more time off, give it a few more days. And logistically, it was best to get off the trail there at that point that I was at. And I'm at another hostel now, and I'm close to Asheville. The VA is my healthcare provider, so I Googled to find out where the nearest VA was, and the nearest VA hospital is about 20-some minutes from me, or from where I'm at, or 20-some miles, sorry. So I am taking a few more days again to let my knee rest and evaluate what I'm going to do. And then after this short little rest, I have not too far to go to get to Irwin, which in essence sends me closer to the VA. Once I get to Irwin, I'll be even closer if I were to have to go to the hospital. But I am going to give it a few more days rest and then evaluate again. And if it's bad, if I can't hike, if it's hard to hike, if it's painful, and it's just making me slow down, then at that point I will go to the hospital and get it checked out, let them x-ray it, do whatever they see, find what they can find, and that will determine where I go from there on out. I hope it's nothing that is going to make me get off trail and have to stop hiking. Nothing that I have to. That's if I decide to go to the hospital and get it checked. But obviously, if I can't hike, I can't hike. So that's going to make me get off the trail and go to the hospital anyway. But if it's something that, if I do have to do that, hopefully it's not something that I have to, like, they don't tell me, yeah, you got to stop hiking because you need surgery or something. Hope that's not the case, but well, anyway, I'm just kind of bummed out today. I'm rambling. But it's frustrating. But yeah, that's the state of things right now. I was hoping it would have been better after that first hostel stay, but it wasn't. So I'm trying it again. At a place, which I'll do a video on anyway about this place, but I'm in a tent spot, tented underneath a pavilion, which is nice because it's raining. So it's really nice when hostels have their tenting spots under a pavilion, because you go to a hostel to get out of the weather, but you want to save a little money by tenting there, because that's usually the cheaper option. But it's nice when it's under a pavilion and you don't have to worry about your tent getting soaked and having to clean it. But I do have to clean my tent. It's got mud all over it from the last storm. But anyway, I'm riding out a big thunder and lightning storm that's supposed to be coming in too. So anyway, I'm rambling, but that's the state that I'm in right now. So take care.